All right, guys. So this is a new plugin that just dropped today from Traction.com. I love Traction. Actually, let me rephrase that. Dawesome is the brand. Traction.com is the place where you buy their devices. So just in case you were wondering, they make Novum, which is a granular synth plugin that I like to use. They make Love, which is, and that's Love, just like I said. They make that's a plugin for great ambient that I like to use, and they have Abyss. You probably heard of that one. I think I did a video on Abyss, or maybe I didn't because I'm doing the trial versions either way. Just because on some of them I actually own, like I own Novum and I own Love, and Abyss is a FM more. And it's not that I don't like FM. I just have a lot of them already, so I kind of use. So you can tell it's a trial, right? So I'm gonna cancel that. So every now and then you're gonna get that. Um, but and you can't save presets in the trial, but this is just so I can try it out. This thing is wild looking, and I can see why it's called Myth. There is one good video online I found that actually breaks down what it really is doing, and I can't remember what the name is. If I can remember when I post it, I'll put it in there. And there are quite a few other ones that just demo what it does. Here's just like out the gate with the first thing that sounds like. This is a preset called, I guess, Elven Tomb. Very ambient, very but in it, I like how if you watch down here, if you're wondering, this little tool tip, if you everywhere you touch, it tells you what it is. So clever how they did that, and I think all plugins should do that, honestly, because you need to know so that you're not like wondering what in the world is this. So it says this was resynthesized based on sample. So there's a wave that's in there, and then that's being resynthesized. And then if you look down here, each one of these buttons or knobs, or however you want to term, because they're not really like buttons, because these can be drugged, yeah, like up and down to increase the eye here. But they tell you what they do. So this is to make the timbre more square-like. This one's to make it more brass-like instrument. And each one of these has its own thing. And then you have these things here that can be modulated. And that's how Dawesome stuff is. You can always modulate pretty much everything. So they have LFOs over here. This is something new to me that I don't recall seeing much on their stuff, which already gets an A+ for me, is they put the dice. So for those that don't know what in the world this is or have no clue, you can roll the dice. Let's see if it works. And it will, wait, what did they say the dice does? It randomizes the perimeters, does not change the frozen section, hold longer for more change. Oh, okay, guys, I've never seen that before. Hold the dice for longer change. Interesting. Breed's new preset plugin is in current selection, does not change. Okay. Look at that. That's crazy. So it just took what you heard before to this now. Let's pick a different preset and try this out. And by the way, they always put a ton of presets. Look at this. I'm still scrolling. That's crazy. And a lot of this is the factory stuff. Look how many presets is in this thing. Man, look, this is it's an expensive plugin. It's about, I think it's 200, and then right now they're having a 30% off, so it's like 129. But my goodness, what plugin do you open with this many presets in it? I have never seen this many presets in one plugin, like out the gate. Which, if you're not into building, this is incredible. But this whole thing is just, I don't know, guys. It gets me worked up because I like this kind of stuff. Let's see what this one sounds like. I just want to try one. Oh my! Let's hold the preset. Incredible. I don't think I can say much more other than you need to try this. There's a demo version, so definitely pick the demo up. You can see I'm still in the demo. But there's also these different modulations, distortions, utility, effects. So a J60 chorus. I'm assuming that's a Juno 60 like chorus. Let's just put a chorus on. So they have effects, and you can stack them and move the effects around. So you can exchange the model that way, or you can see this. You can move them in different orders. Now, I'm not explaining this plugin the way somebody who really understands this plugin could do. I'm just giving you guys a glimpse of it. There's two, they call them iris. Yeah, two iris, and the iris you can see I'm using the mouse here, and it changes this, which is pretty much the position of the playback of it. So you can go in and right now it's set to swap. So this is swapping, or not set, but I can swap it. So I can have this one over here, vice versa, and just move them around. Oh, okay, there we go. We know. So you can turn parts off, exchange the module. So some of this stuff is, I think in Love they have some of these plugins. I could be wrong on that. I'm just guessing, but I don't know how different they are. They're probably different. I'm probably tweaking them, but they're not. They may not be different. They're probably definitely different. So here's your oscillator 1 right here. It looks like, and then you can change the oscillator. Man, there's so many tweaks in here. If you don't like tweaking, don't get this plugin, or you will be tweaking. Like literally, because there's just that much stuff going on. But it looks like, let's see, how do you, and I know you can move the ring of it a little bit different. The visuals in this thing are phenomenal. I mean, if you like visual stuff, definitely. And they have a browse button for those where you can search for stuff, because I know that is a lot of stuff to go through. And they've put, you can see here the different types of tones that you can get. So if you need like some keys, maybe you want some warm keys, you could do it like this and hit glassy maybe, and then that should give you a plugin, right? Or no? Wow, you can change even the way it's selecting, like character. So filter, you can filter it. Like they even have a mood button. Mysterious. And then where do you find? There's your oscillators right there. Okay, so here's where your oscillators and filters are. So you can jump through here to get those. And there's even an ARP in this thing. Good Lord, there's everything. Factory presets. So it looks like, why does it say cool? Okay, so this is the keys. Joyful. Oh, you can have multiples on? I'm not sure I understand this portion here. Tags, favorite. Okay, but I'm not sure how you select the actual preset. It seems cool though that they have this. I would have to, mind you, this is a first impression. Oh, here we go, preset selected. Okay, so their presets sit over here in this. I figured it had to make sense because they didn't do all this for nothing. But ooh, that sounds good. So these are, I'm just gonna go off of what I feel. So I want keys, warm, and you could add more if you want. I don't want thin. Maybe I could do dark, maybe a little airy, and then pick the different moods you want. So I don't know if I want nervous, but definitely relaxing. And then here's the presets here. They give you 36 presets just off of those selections. And let's say I want to go, let's just pick one to try it and see what it sounds like. That's interesting. Ooh, I like that. That's a little much for me. So I wonder, and you can star the presets that you want. It's because I picked in here dark. So let's take dark out. Good hug. Ooh, that sounds like a good hug. So it definitely is a mystery, a myth to me, because it's a lot going on in this plugin. So you have to be pretty much ready to accept that there's a lot going on, and you can change stuff, and so you should be able to take the browse off, right? No, don't want to do that. So after I browse, how do we get back? Okay, get back to the oscillator. There we go. Just go back to touch on the oscillator that you want. So this one's only using one oscillator, no filters, and then there's effects. And it's two things of effects. Oh, they do have the shimmer and clouds, kind of like in the Love plugin. That's cool. Chorus. Okay. So here's your oscillator. Then you can pick your the little, this is almost like pedals. That's the way I look at it, like guitar pedals. And I think they go, if I remember right from the video I watched, they go left to right. So you order them from left to right, like on a guitar pedal, if you've ever used guitar pedals. And then you can adjust accordingly. So I guess if you click on like here, then you could do your whole, if you want to try to change something. Let's do a little bit of change. Hold it down and it'll keep changing. Wow, that's crazy. Like no joke, that's crazy. This thing is impressive. It's not cheap, so I'm gonna tell you that up front. Definitely use the demo version before you jump into the just getting it, because it'll get you on the looks. I ain't gonna lie, the looks is something else if you don't. And you can rename presets and stuff like that and build your own. So if you kind of know which direction you want to go, you can do that too. There's different, like, let's see what this Light of Hope is. The one thing I don't know about this plugin that I'd like to know, and it may just be me, but can you bring your own sounds in? Like in Novum, you can drop in your own sounds and use them. It's literally made that way. And I don't know on this one. Let's see. Oh, I just right clicked on here, by the way. So you can do, I mean, good Lord, you can do so many things. Okay, swap, create a new LFO. So audio source, let's see if I click on that. Oh, it takes me to samples. So there's some samples in here. It looks like you can use. I don't know where these samples are or what they are. I don't even know if these samples are, let's see, are they for this plugin? Yeah, they are. So these are sample packs for this plugin, and there's quite a few in there. What are these? So I wonder, it looks like you could use other samples because these are just WAV files. So I imagine if you put more sample sounds in there, you probably could pull your own samples in there and do some wild stuff with that too. But this is great because having all these extra, I'm gonna call them pedals for lack of a better word, down here. What do they call them? Well, they're just effects, I guess, in their own way. So effects that you can add on to the oscillator, and then you got your filters. You can add on a filter, and then really these are effects. So I don't know what these technically are called. Oh, they're a module for the chain. Okay, so a module for the chain. Trying to get the verbiage right because I again, this is my first time trying this out, so I'm just exploring what it is. Edit the modulation matrix. Okay, this is going beyond my thinking. This thing is so deep. If you don't want a deep plugin, don't get this plugin. You can no, I'm being joking, but you can keep it simple by just using presets and you'll be fine. So you don't have to be a sound designer to like this plugin, but it's made where sound designers are all their plugins are like that though. Really good for sound designing and stuff like that if that's your bag, right? Incredible. All right, I'm not gonna spend any more time because I'll be here all day and still talking about this same plugin. But yes, you can adjust parameters. Yes, everything seems to be edit word editable. Is that a proper word? A word where you can basically where you can change stuff. And it seems to me that you can change the audio source. So that means that I would think you could bring in your own waveform, which is kind of nice. And if you just want to randomize just the preset and just pick something, if you click here, they've always had this one where you can just click it and have a preset and randomize. I like that one. This is the person who made a Hydra Tech. He's dope, whoever he is. Hold down the dice if you want to randomize the perimeters. Otherwise, you can do them yourself, like manually go up there and do them. And it doesn't look like if you randomize the perimeter that it doesn't move the LFOs or any. It looks like it doesn't really do anything to these. Let's try it again. Yeah, I don't see anything going over here moving. So the LFO stays the same. You have to, I guess you have to do that one yourself. And that's all I got for this one because there's so much in depth here that we'll be here all day. Yeah, everything seems to be customizable, okay? And if you look here to the right, this is your menu with everything. They are on Discord too, if you want to join that. So you can ask questions. Here's the factory presets. All these are factory. Oh, look, Data Broth. He's cool. Makes some cool stuff. So that's all available for you. You can also make it scale the UI a little bit bigger. All right, so that's it for this plugin. This is called Myth, made by Dawesome, and you can get it on Traction.com. They did not pay me to do this. Obviously, I'm using a trial version. Usually if you get paid or something, you probably would get the whole version. But I really like their stuff, so check them out when you get a chance. All right, that's it.